of NJIT. If you guys have any questions at any point in time, go ahead and feel free to type it up right there in the chat box, and we'll go ahead and address it, whether it's through text or actual words. So we could go ahead and get started.
Hi guys, my name is Andrew. I'm a senior student here at NJIT. I'm a student worker in the admissions office. I'm currently in the electrical engineering tech major. I commute from Jersey City, so if anything about that, I can answer that for you. So the building we're standing in now is Cypress Hall. We're currently on the first floor. This is the main admissions floor and any admissions counselors you need to speak to. Second floor of this building would be your career development service as well as your academic advising. If you need to speak to, what else is up there? Disability services is up there as well. Sixth floor is your biomedical engineering department. There's 2 labs and 1 robotic arm. Building behind me on my left is Campbell Hall. That building is home to math and writing departments. That's writing on the 4th. We used to have our writing tutoring center inside, but that moved to a building we will see later on in the tour. Behind that building is Upper Hart Hall. That's for main alumni services. So once you graduate, come to that building, parties and stuff. So this is just the first stop for food. You have your pizza place on this side, as well as a little corner store on this side. This is now the time to talk about dorming. If the student does dorm, important building for them, food-wise. As a first-year normal student, you are required to get food. Meal plan will give you unlimited breakfast and lunch dining, right through these doors. It operates breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you don't have a meal plan, you can still get in. It's $10 for breakfast, 10 for lunch, 12 for dinner. Once you go inside, you can sit down and stay as long as you want, eat as much as you want. But once you walk out the doors, you do have to swipe to get back in. If you do have a meal plan, or gift swipes for the semester, so you can swipe somebody in with you. Students usually use that for their parents. If you are a commuting student, we do offer commuter lockers for you commuting students. Want one, just give your ID to the information desk, which is back there, and they'll check to see if you have a working lock. If it works, the locker is yours for a semester, and you can renew it for the next one after. So further behind me is more food on campus. We have our tech cafe on this side. Be good for any quick coffee stops and dishes. On this side, we have a sandwich shop, a sushi parlor, a Taco Bell, and a grill in the farthest back. Down this staircase and through the doors is our NJIT game room, as well as a multitude of religious clubs and the radio and the music club. Inside the game room, if you want to know, we do have 6 fully functioning pool tables, bowling alleys, 2 ping pong tables, and a lounge with a 15-inch flat screen on the wall to use for the students. This is the atrium. Inside the atrium, we'll usually have multiple school events, whether it be if a company stops by to give an info session, or I believe for mechanical engineers during their senior year. This is where they do their senior project presentations. There's a little piano in the back, so when this room is open, you are free to use a piano. IT is an ever-growing campus. We are doing a lot of renovations this summer, so I do apologize for all the construction. What you're looking at is what used to be our old construction is done. It is going to be our brand new soccer field. So on campus, we have something called the blue light system. Blue light system, it's not restricted only to NJIT. It's used statewide, US-wide, any and every college campus you go to. Basically what it is, if you yourself don't feel safe on campus, or if you see something happening that you want to report, just push the button and give security roughly a minute to get to that location, and they will deal with whatever situation it is you describe to them. So this is the heart of campus, and this is where most of the students do spend their time. Usually around here, if it's nice weather, we'll have our radio clubs set up outside, and they'll be playing music all day long. Our Student Activities Council usually has a lot of events on campus. I believe one year they did a giant hamster ball race. Sometimes, I believe once every year we have a Renaissance Fair. So you'll have students and faculty coming in dressed like kings and queens, knights. We have a walking donkey somewhere on campus, giant turkey legs. This is the back of one of the forming halls that you guys are going to be staying in. So behind us, there's the entry now. It's split between two separate departments. You have your library on one, management on the next. There is only 2 classrooms in management. Other than that, there's an office. The library to any and all students that go to NJIT. Any book that you may need for class, we will offer it inside the library. The one cool thing about the bookstore, there is our financial analysis laboratory. This financial analysis laboratory is hooked up to the Bloomberg system, so have access to watching how books. The Atrium library. What we're standing on now is computer lab. These computers are open. These computers are yours. Once you log into them, they are yours for as long as you use them. We only have 2 or 3 computers that have a 5 to 10-minute limit on it, so that's if you want to get your resume really quick. We have a little study area in that back corner. That's for tables. If you want to do a little group work, you can do that in there. When midterms and finals comes around and you want to study and you want to study by yourself, basement down here. We do have individual study cubicles, so if you feel the need to study by yourself, you can go upstairs, find one, sit down, open up the books. If you want to play music, go play it too loud. If you want to study as a group and have your own individual room, on the second and third floors of this building, there are study rooms that the students can use. If you want to get one, all you need is 2 students with an NJIT ID that are up to date. Bring them to the front desk. The front desk will give you a key. Each room does have their own whiteboard. If you have your own markers, go ahead. Eraser. Normally, students can keep those rooms for 3 hours, but during midterms and finals times, the room's only used for an hour because everybody wants to get the last minute study in. The library does rent out iPads for you to use. So if you need a computer for a class and you forgot to bring, always get one to rent for the day from the bookstore. Just give them your key, and that's collateral. The students have a running joke that this used to be, or this is a swimming pool on campus. One year it rained so hard and the rain clogged up and it just rose up water. We all just gathered around, like, oh look, a swimming pool. Nobody went inside, but you know, we had that. So further down there, that is Central Avenue. Right across the street is. That's just one of very many restaurants that we have on campus that students can go to for off-campus eating. Further down that road, we have Ramen Gandhi, which is ramen and sushi. Right in Njit Cafe, which is bubble tea and little baked goods. Further up Central Avenue, you have Dunkin' Donuts. There is a Subway, little Easy Mart, and about 3 blocks down Central Avenue, any and everything. There's a halal guy, there's a Qdoba. Building behind me on my left is GITC. This building is going to be where you need to speak to the computer science or engineering tech department. This is where you come do it. This is also where you're going to be doing most of your computer science courses. And as a student here at NTT, required to take at least one computer science course.
We could try. We're gonna try to see if we can get you guys inside the computer science building. Right hand side here, you also have the engineering. This houses a lot of 3D printers as well as a lot of water cutters. So this lab will currently be open to only specific students deemed necessary for your class. The ultimate goal for the Makerspace is to have all students have access to that area, and that area would primarily be used for you to sort of bring whatever project you're doing in class to life, whether it be, building a robot or, for example, making Invisalign teeth straighteners or anything like that. You're going to be able to print all of that stuff out from that Makerspace.
Especially if you're in the engineering tech major, any of them, the advisors will put down on your record that you do have access, but you can only get in with your advisor's approval. I believe the only other time they're going to let a student in is if, of course, use all these
Very important. I just want to go ahead and point to this building right in front over here. It's called University Center. So the building that you guys are seeing currently is not an NGIT owned building. It is a dormant community that's open to all the students that are within the University Heights district of Newark. So there's about six different colleges that make up about 30 to 35,000 students within a 10-block radius. So if you don't want to live on campus, this is campus, and then this is the University Center. So it's right across the street from each other, and there you'll actually have the opportunity to live with people from Rutgers Newark or people from Seton Hall. This is a very popular dorming space for a lot of international students because, again, they get the freedom to be off campus and the convenience of being right across the street, so they're able to come in and out of campus and not miss any class time. In the very far end there, we'll walk a little bit further down that way so we could show you the NJIT train that will take you to New York. Again, getting to campus or getting to New York is extremely easy from our campus. It's only about a 20-minute ride on the train. So there's a light rail that goes from NJIT to Newark Penn Station. And once you get to Newark Penn Station, you can take multiple trains to New York, whether you want to go down to the Wall Street area or you want to go up to the Midtown Times Square area. You'll be able to catch that train from right there. I apologize for the service coming in and out since I'm walking around. Uh, we're having a little bit of connection issues.
This is one of 6, maybe 7 lecture halls on campus. This is not the biggest. This is the second biggest on campus. Our biggest one can hold, I believe, 300 students without a problem. More than likely, the students will not be taking classes in lecture hall setups only because a little under 8% of all classes as a school are offered in a lecture hall setting, and the classes that are offered as lecture halls are also given online. So most students would just take the online as an alternative. If you do get a lecture hall class, the way they're going to work, they work on a hybrid schedule. So you will come in one week, get the lecture, take your notes, and then the next week the professor will not have class. You'll just get work online, do it, and hand it in. Most lecture halls do have recitation hours, so the way that works is the entire class is broken up into little groups. Those groups are going to either meet with the professor themselves or a TA assigned by the professor. But if you do need help with any kind of work, you do have the one-on-one time with the TA, with the professor, to get your questions answered.
It's very important to note that in the lecture halls, NJIT's average class size is about 25, so it's very rare that you're going to have class in a lecture hall setting. The only time you would have this kind of class would be if you're doing your chemistry, biology, physics, those type of courses would be provided in a lecture hall setting. And then the additional section, which would be the lab portion of the lecture hall, that would be broken back down to about 20 to 25 students. So we do try to keep that small number of students in mind every time we're creating the lectures and the labs, so that way we make sure that the professors are getting to know you, and that would definitely help you they'll help you stay on top of your courses so that way you're not falling behind or failing.
Upstairs, this is your engineering tech floor. This floor is also going to be where you actually take all your, so that could be anything from Python, C++, to on the walls next to me, you're going to see a little memorandum for people that did graduate. And now we see the Makerspace. So again, like we said before, the Makerspace is home to various forms of technology. You have your 3D printers in this corner. There are various metal scrapers, cutters throughout the building. The most notable of which is on this right corner. I don't know if you guys can see it well, but it's a dark gray frame with a light blue front cover. That is the water cutter on campus. For those that don't know what a water cutter is, it's basically high pressure water coming out so fast that it can cut an 8-inch piece of metal like it's butter. Students that do come in here, again, they will be used for senior projects. If you don't you know what it is and you know what pieces you need, you have the piece, give them to the lab techs, and these are the specifications I need. I need a hole here. I need this cut at this angle. They will get that done for you. During summertime, the only club on campus that will be is the Baja team. What that is basically miniature. Uh, a little interesting thing to note. Before this was a makerspace, this used to be a lab that was used primarily by mechanical engineers, civil engineers. This is where they would come to mix up cement, do stress test analysis on metals. We do have a very good 3D game development program on campus.
As you guys can see, even during the summertime, very busy.
What is this behind you? Parking passes. This is usually where they come to do their parking. There is meter parking along Central Avenue, and then there are several side streets that don't have meter parking. They are strict with
A 2x2 block campus, so you can actually get from campus to the furthest class in about 5 to 7 minutes. You are never going to have to shuttle anywhere, which is great because, again, it takes that hassle out of your morning or your afternoon, and it kind of helps you more aware of your time. Mentioned before, this is Central Avenue. This is Central Avenue of local businesses on this avenue, and you do have a lot of different food choices, so you're not just relegated to what's on campus. There's a bunch of local spots uh, from Rutgers, Newark. So there's a lot of different areas and still feel very safe. I don't know if the access to actually show you the inside.
This building on the right is the mechanical. During the semester, even though the summer, it is locked. The only way to get in is to be an actual NJIT student with an NJIT ID. It doesn't look like it from the outside, but on the inside, it is actually one of the oldest. That meaning most of the equipment that we have inside is either outdated or, yeah. It is right now. It is under renovation. They are gutting all the labs. They are updating all the equipment. So hopefully by the fall, this and another building will be up to date with all the equipment. So installs voltmeters, uh, step up motors, into that. So the building we're going to be walking up to now is Cypress Hall. It is in this area, the other one being Redwood. As an incoming freshman, you would more than likely be placed in one of these two dorms. But the dorms aren't restricted to just freshmen or lower class. We do have some upper class students in here. There are some juniors, some seniors.
Yes, it's very important to note that at NJIT, we do guarantee you housing your entire stay here. As freshmen, like Andrew said, you have the choice of two different buildings. As upperclassmen, you also have the choice of two different dorms. And we're going to head of campus in a bit. But these two right now that we're going to show you are for underclassmen or incoming freshmen or transfer students. Again, a lot of construction happening on campus. We're trying to make sure everything is up. So we're doing a lot of different renovation projects. So this is the general commuter kitchen. If you would like to cook, you do have to bring your own pots and pans, but you're more than welcome to use this space. Just make sure to clean up after yourself. You can make whatever you like here. And here you have a common eating area as well as a study lounge. So if you guys, again, don't want to go to the library, you want a more informal setting, way of studying, you guys can come over here and kind of hang out and study or do whatever you'd like to do. We're just trying to get someone to open the doors for us for one of the dorms. So just bear with us for a few seconds. And while we're waiting, we're going to show you the rest of this, the first floor of this building.
So behind doors like these, this is one of the bigger study lounges on the first floor. There's another one behind you on the back. They are rather big. You can fit almost an entire class with people inside these rooms. Uh, this little area is where all of your smaller mail, so whether it be letters from home or bills if you have them being sent here, this is where they are going to be brought. If you do get packages from Amazon or if mom or dad sends you a care package from home, at the end of this hall is the Cypress residence office. All of your big packages will be brought in there. They will call you when it is ready to bring it up. Show them the laundry room. This is the laundry room for the residence hall. As an incoming residents on campus, you will be given a laundry card. That card you can fill up with cash, credit, debit, however you want to fill it up.
So this is another study lounge here. You have them pretty much on every single floor. At the end of every hallway, there's going to be a study lounge for you guys to use. And just bear with us a second. We're trying to get one of the doors open so we can show you the room.
Oh, yep, it's definitely that way. Yes, it's here. Don't get the You didn't catch it, right?
No.
Okay, great. So bring them aside.
Do your thing, Andrew.
All right, so this is just an example of what the rooms are going to look like. They are set up in this exact format: 2 beds per room. You do have your each individual clothing hanger here. These beds, they don't raise, but you can get the kickstands for them, put them on the knees, give yourself extra space. The tops of these little drawers you can actually take off. When I used to dorm here, I had multiple monitors for no reason. So, and my monitors are pretty big, so I just took these off and put them there. You are allowed to bring your own fridge. If you have a little mini fridge, you can bring that inside. I used to love bringing in coffee makers, just like your coffee in the morning. The dorms are co-ed, but the rooms are not. So for this specific room, there's 4 people inside. It can only be 4 men. The next residence hall over will be female and follow that same suit. In Cypress Hall specifically, you have your own bathrooms. These here, it's 1 bathroom, 1 shower, share amongst the 4 of you. So it is rather important to come up with a schedule for how you're going to use this. You do have to clean these by yourself, and they do check every month to make sure that you are keeping these clean. The difference between this and Redwood is communal style bathrooms, so those are clean for you, but you have to share a bathroom with the rest of the people on your floor.
Perfect. So this is, like we said, this is one of the options you have as an incoming freshman for dorming. You do have 2 separate options. You can either do the Cypress Hall, which is 2-person and a 4-person suite with a very small living area in the private bathroom, like Andrew said, or you could do Redwood, which is 2 people per room, but it's communal showers. So you would have to share that with about the entire floor, and there's about 4 or 5, 6 shower heads there and toilets and all that stuff. Yes.
The campus. So I think this is a good idea if you show it to them. No?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Muted?
No, this is.
All right, so the room we're going into now, it's more of like a recreational room for the dorm. That would be area. You have a little seating lounge here with a TV on the wall, so if you want to watch movies. We do have a little section in the back, so pool tables, foosball table, ping pong tables, vending machines if you want a quick snack. And the air hockey table. Soccer, not yet.
So currently we do not have a football field. The construction that was happening earlier, if you did get a chance to see it, that's actually going to be our brand new football field. So we're hoping that will be up and functional hopefully by the start of the next season, which would hopefully be sometime in the fall.
The soccer field, the students are going to try to multi-purpose that as an American football field, but not have an American football team. If you do want the sport, we pretty much have every other sport out there, and they are all D1. We have examples are what, soccer, basketball, baseball, bowling, swimming, track, archery.
So we do have different intramural teams. So if you don't want to play sports at a Division 1 level, which is one of the highest divisions or the highest division of athletic collegiate sports, you can play intramurals, which is between you and the student body, the general student body, as well as its co-ed, and we play against teams on campus as well as teams off campus. And like I mentioned before, so if you guys see all of this construction that's currently happening right here, this actually used to be the old gym. Like I mentioned before, that's going to be repurposed now, and it's going to be the brand new football stadium.
Something to note about for any residence hall that you're going to, as first year students, you are allowed to choose who you form with. Um, the way they do that, if you don't want, or if you really just want to take a shot in the dark and just get random roommates, they will give you random roommates. The school does offer a questionnaire. So with that questionnaire, it'll ask you a bunch of what seems like random questions, but they want to see other students that match these same answers as yours, so that maybe you'll have a similar connection to them. Aside from that, we always push for the first year students to come in for orientation. At orientation, the way that we'll set you up there is we'll group you up with people that are in your major. If you come in with a major, you can always ask people in that group of people that you're with, or is anybody dorming? If somebody's dorming in the same hall as you, feel like there's a connection there, you can always tell the school, I want to dorm with this person. Just recently, the students started a Facebook page for dorming partner recruitment. So you would literally go onto this Facebook page.
What's the name?
If I remember correctly, it's the NJIT first year dorm recruitment. I'm pretty sure they changed that name. It is rather lengthy. But the way it works is you go on the site and you just put up a post introducing yourself. My name is A and B. I live in so-and-so area. I am so-and-so major. If you go you snore, you can put that out there. Maybe somebody doesn't mind. I like this kind of music. I sleep in this kind of temperature. Just everything that you think would be important for somebody to know they're dorming with. This is our NGIT TV. No, it does not work, but it does make for a really good picture. Something also to note about Cypress Hall specifically, the way that these floors are set up, students are put on specific floors based on your broad spectrum major. So if you are any form of engineering, I believe 6th floor is where they put majority of their engineering students. So they do try to, you will have your own friends coming in if you go to orientation, but the school does try to get you used to being around other people that are in the same thing as you. One thing I would recommend to any first year student, always find friends that are in your major, take the same classes as them, not in the sake of cheating, but NJIT is not a school that you want to face alone. It's honestly very teamwork based school. And if you think about it realistically, when you get out in the field, yes, you might be a project manager that works by yourself in an office, but there's still a team that you're running. You go into a business. Yes, you're in a cubicle by yourself, but there's still other people you work with. Teamwork everywhere, and NGIT tries to drive that into work as a team. So find the group of people that are in your major, take the same classes, do the same group work, and then everybody split it up. So you do one part, I'll do this part. Person number 3 does the other part. When everything is done, we'll all explain it to each other. This building on my right is Tutoring Hall. On the first floor of this building, in the back right corner, we have the gym White Cedar. NGIT and Rutgers work together for our theater arts department, and usually once or twice a year, they'll hold some form of play in the theater. I believe one year they did a take on Hamlet that was actually really spot on project. If you are a student, you do get discounted tickets. I paid $5 for mine. Regular general admissions for anybody who is not a student is $25. We also have the Tutoring Center on the first floor in the back left corner. So that tutoring center is for any and all classes that we offer on campus. So your bio, your physics, your chemistry, any coding, math, writing. Go inside, ask them, I need a tutor for a specific class. If the tutor is in the office, they'll sit you down. If they're free, if they're not there, they'll try to find one, have that person contact you and let you know, okay, when are you free? And then I'll see if that makes it my schedule. If it does, we'll set up a meeting place, meeting time, and then an hour, 2 hours training. In the basement of Cooper, we do have study rooms. You do not need to have your IDs to get in. They are open to the students. So if you do need a room and the library is full or you can't find a classroom, you can always go downstairs and check. If you find one, just close the door. Building behind me is Tutoring Hall. Tutoring Hall is going to be where you take majority of your science classes, specifically chem. This is where chem will take place. This is also where the chem department is, your physics department. We also have an interesting little club here. There's an interesting little club in here. It's called the Extraterrestrial Club. I know it sounds like aliens, but it's not actually aliens. It's in California. NJIT owns one of the biggest telescopes on that side of the seaboard. It's called the Big Bear Solar Station, I believe is what it's called. There's a little office in there. You go inside, and they can operate that telescope from this one part. And oftentimes, what they'll do, if they have the time for this, because students do have busy schedules, they will turn it on. They will look at the sky. You will see planets, stars. Every now and then, NASA will get in contact with them. They'll work on little projects. So it's like, hey, we see this in so-and-so sector. Can you point your telescope and see if we see the same thing we do? Hopefully one day, if it does happen, they find something and we find it too. Hard. The building behind me is the Wellness and Event Center, or as the students call it, the WEC. It is a fairly brand new building on campus. Everything you need, gym-wise or physical health-wise, is in this building.
So the WEC Center holds brand new weightlifting equipment. It does have a full-size Olympic pool. There's basketball that you could do here. There's badminton. There is a area for group exercises, whether it be Zumba or yoga, and the schedule will be posted pretty much every single semester so that students can take full advantage of that. In order to get into the building, you do not need your ID, but in order to get to the majority of things, you will need your ID. So we're gonna show you the second floor. We're gonna show you the pool, quick overview, and then we can try to show you guys the main arena for the basketball court.
This little room back here, it is a lecture hall, and it does look rather misplaced. A lecture hall inside of a gym, but this is here for if there's any group meeting that you may have, you can do that in here. Sometimes if lecture hall is closed for whatever reason, and you had a class in there, the professor will opt to move it in here. Students sometimes, at least from what I've seen, they'll go inside. There is an HDMI on the wall, so if you do want to, you can laptop, do a slideshow on the board, do a little practice like that. Some students will just use to watch movies.
So again, this building is very, very new. I think we just opened the doors of this building in the fall. So that was the soft opening, and this January was the actual grand opening. That's when we were able to get the swimming pool completely open. And the swimming pool is available to you guys during the semester. It's usually open from about 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. As long as there's a lifeguard on duty, you guys are more than welcome to go in and do a free swim. So definitely enjoy the pool. It does get very hot in Newark in the summer, so it's definitely a nice way to cool down. So we'll show you guys real quick the workout area. As you can see, because it's the summertime, it's going to be extremely empty. It does get a little bit more packed during the semester, but you'll usually find enough machines that you're going to be able to work out on and get a good sweat in before you have to go to class. So again, this is a brand new facility. Everything in this gym is brand new. There's about 18, 20 treadmills, We have ellipticals, stairmasters, so definitely come. Feel free to come use the space. So we'll show you guys the pool first. There is an indoor track that's available to use as long as the NJIT track team isn't using it. I believe the total distance on the track is not 2 miles. It's a 200-meter track. For you guys to use the metric system, you can kind of figure out how long it would take you to run a mile. But this is the pool. Again, it's an Olympic-sized pool. You guys are more than free to use it whenever you'd like. As you see down here, there's always going to be a lifeguard on duty. You can actually also work as a lifeguard. So if you're an avid swimmer and you want to, get paid to be on your laptop like our lifeguard, go for it. The pay isn't extravagant, but it is enough to kind of get you through the semester. Here you have the racquetball and badminton courts. You can rent out the actual rackets and the nets from the person that sits in the front desk, and then they'll just take your ID as collateral and then give it back to you once you're done. Again, here is the pool from a different angle. Again, it's a pretty big pool thing. Which is where our Division I men's basketball team plays, and women's. You usually have this area open for you guys. Like you see, there's about 4 courts up right now. You can also get the badminton set up here, but the racquetball would solely be here. This is about a 5,000-seat arena. NJIT plays in the Atlantic Sun Conference, so it's not one of the major conferences, but we do play some good competition. So definitely take some time to come and catch a game. It's always fun to kind of be part of the team. It'll definitely make your college years sort of go by quicker and get into the school spirit.
For any sports that do go on here, if you are an NJIT student, it is free entry. You have to show them your ID. They're going to swipe, make sure that you are a valid student for that time. If you are, enjoy the game.
And there is a concession stands. Those are usually open while the games are going on. And there's a team store as well. So if you want to pick up any Highlander gear and show some school pride, you guys can definitely go in there. And I believe you might get some sort of discount for being an NJIT student. So again, guys, this is the WEC. It's a brand new building. It's 3 floors. The majority of stuff, we can go out this way to show them the majority of the stuff is going to be located on the 2nd floor. The 1st floor, you're going to have your changing rooms. And then the 3rd floor is a lot of,
3rd floor is our free weight room and the not yet complete indoor turf.
Okay, and then there's also all the coach's office are up there as well. So again, to have access into this building, the way we came in through campus, you don't need to swipe in. But if you're coming through the main street, and this is Lock Street here, another one of the major intersections for NJIT. We'll show you the corner building over here. Once we get closer to the corner, we'll point it out. But that's the Enterprise Development Center. That's a facility that NJIT rents out to small to medium-sized companies. There's about 120 of them there. They get to use all the equipment and all the labs that NJIT has to offer. And in return, what they have to do is they have to allow our students to be able to do internships or take place in research there. So it's a partnership that does benefit the majority of our students. What we're going to show you guys right now is the light rail system. Remember, I mentioned it's very easy to get to campus. You would have to take this, or this is the incoming side. You would take it on the other side of the street, and that will take you to Newark Penn Station. From Newark Penn Station, you have a bunch of different options to to take in terms of trains. Like I mentioned, if you want to go down to Wall Street, you can take the Path. If you want to go up to Midtown and go to City Square or Times Square, that would be the NJ Transit. Or if you guys want to go anywhere, let's say you have family in Boston or DC, you can take the Amtrak right there, and that'll lead you right down there. So this is the train stop. This is campus. Train stop, campus. So it's literally on campus. So it's extremely convenient. We also have a shuttle service that picks you up from Newark Penn, and it drops you off in various points of the city of Newark and Harrison and Kearney. So there's different options again for you guys to live on and off campus and get to campus extremely safe.
And the shuttles are free. All you need to do is show them your NJIT ID. You are not being charged for that. It's just literally a service that Rutgers said, you know what, you guys are right here. Have a free bus ride.
So again, there, that building you guys see in the far corner is the Enterprise Development Center. We also have 2 very large parking decks. So if you are a student that has a car and you want to park on campus, there's going to be ample parking. So you guys don't have to worry about that.
One thing to note about the parking, if you are an incoming freshman and you will be living in one of the residence halls, just please understand that you will not be allowed a vehicle on campus. It is something new that the school is starting, but for the incoming this fall, you will not be allowed a car. I believe it's only for the first semester, but after that, you can bring one.
So this again is just the back of the WEC or the gym. All of this area that you guys are seeing here belongs to NJIT. So like I said, it's a fairly small campus, but there's more than enough that'll keep you entertained and busy while you're staying and studying here.
Across the street is the Greek Life campus. So we have a lot of our big name fraternities and 2 of the biggest sororities that we do have on campus. They all have their own building in a little half circle behind here. These buildings are apartment style living buildings. So if you do join one of these frats or sororities, they ask you, do you want to live with your brothers or sisters? You can say yes. They will find you a room in here, and you will pitch in for rent. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you live close enough, then you can just commute. But that option is there if you want to live with your brothers and sisters. For the other fraternities and sororities on campus, their apartments would be further down on MLK, and they're in one little centralized spot, so you're not going to be too spread apart. Across the street, the building in front of you is the Honors College. Directly across the street is the gym that's in the Honors College. It is open to all students. That is majority free weights and restraint weights, cardio equipment.
So NJIT does have 2 different gyms. So if one is packed, you can always just go down to the other one, and you're gonna find more than enough machines that'll keep you busy.
Under the blue, that's like a little deli / corner store setup. If you want,
this is the shuttle that you guys can take. It's a Rutgers shuttle, but all NJIT students are allowed to use it. And the shuttle runs on a 30-minute schedule?
Depending on time of the day. Usually, and also depending on what shuttle it is, they'll run 30 minutes, some of them 10. That specific one is the one that takes you from this campus to the Rutgers Medical School, and then back to Penn Station. We do have a smash burger on campus now. Now, the way that these residence halls work, if you are a student living on campus, you have access to every other residence hall on campus except for this one. So, for example, if you reside in Cypress Hall, you can get into Redwood, you can swipe into Laurel, which is right here, and you can also swipe into Oak, which is in the furthest back. But you cannot swipe into the Honors College. But if you dorm in the Honors College, you can have access to all the other dorms. The second floor of the Honors College itself is free entry for all students. It's nothing but a lounge on that floor with a very, very neat-looking baby grand piano. So if you do feel like playing the piano, they do have that up there for you. Everything third floor and past, you do need to be honors student to get up there. Laurel Hall is usually where they're going to put most of your. That's usually where most of the upperclassmen dorm, so juniors in here. Oak Hall is where you're going to find the majority of your senior slash graduate level study students. This area that we're in now is where the shuttle picks you up if you need it. So on the side that we are walking now, there's two shuttles that run up here. You just saw the one that takes you to Rutgers, the medical school. The other one will take you straight into Kearney. There's another shuttle that meets across the street. That one will take you straight to Penn Station with one stop in the middle at Rutgers. This building is the ECEC building. There's only two very small lecture halls on the first floor. If you are in electrical engineering or the computer engineering majors, more than likely you will not be having a class in here until senior year, maybe. Take those senior level classes. Other than that, there's only offices on the second floor, and that's it. Also, in this corner is where you're gonna get some of your other off-campus eating. This is where all of our food trucks line up. So we currently have one across the street now. During the semester, there's another one that lines up on the other side of Orange Street, and then one that lines up behind us here. And then if the weather so allows it, we do have an ice cream truck that parks up on campus. So the building in that back corner, that little one with the glass, the farthest back, is the parking deck. That parking deck allows you to park all day, 24 hours, whereas the new parking deck, you park until 2 o'clock in the morning. Our campus security office is also located up on Summit Street. It's right underneath the parking deck. Further down the parking deck is our student mall. That's where you're going to go if you need to speak to registrars, bursars, or financial aid. There's also some classrooms located at the bottom of the parking deck. Those are going to be, again, if you need to take any computer science classes, taking those there. There's also another PC lab. So if the library is full or if any other building on campus that has computers is full, you can always go there. There are printers set up. Interesting thing about the printers, I probably should have mentioned this about the library. The printer runs on a cloud system so that, let's say you park in this parking deck and it's raining, go downstairs, you want to print something, you don't want to walk in the rain with your printed work. Always just put your printing. You can always put whatever job you're printing on a hold, go to another printer on campus and just swipe your ID and it'll be held right there. It is a rather new system that the school did adopt, and it is, in my opinion, a very good system. Across the street, behind or inside of the yellow bricks, that is where you, as a freshman, will be coming in to get your ID. That is where you used to get your parking passes, but now you guys can sign up for those online. Right here is our NJIT bookstore. Bookstore gives you access to whatever book it is on campus. You can either buy the book, you can rent the book. We also have NJIT apparel, so t-shirts, sweatpants, sweaters, socks if you need socks. The interesting thing about the NJIT bookstore, if there is a book that you need that we do not offer, we do give you access to the Rutgers bookstore library and the very new Barnes & Nobles that they opened up with their sponsoring. So the bookstore for Rutgers is down the street and to the right. If there is a book that you need that we don't offer, but we see that it's offered at Rutgers, you can always just go over, say, I'm an NJIT student, I need this book. They'll get it for you. They'll give you a little barcode on the back of your ID, and then you basically rent the book, and when it's done, bring it back, and you'll be fine. This is the honors architecture building on campus. It is one of the newer buildings on campus. The brick builds you are looking at now are second-year projects. So I believe somewhere around mid-fall, they tear these down, and the new group of second years come in. They do all their blueprint work beforehand. What materials am I going to use? What cement am I going to use? If there's piping, what kind of piping am I going to use? They also test for durability, structural analysis, all that. And then when all that research is done, they come out here, they have a little field day where watch them put these up brick by brick, cement layer by cement layer. The reason why we do this, NGIT likes to take the time to showcase what it is the students learn, no matter how early it is. This is just one small example, and again, it's only second year projects. So in that first year that they were here, they learned how to do all of this stuff in only that first year. That's just a small example of what it is students will be looking at. The architecture school is on it. It is one of the top architecture programs in the state, I believe.
Yeah, a lot of our programs for the College of Architecture and Design, our digital design and interior design programs, are ranked 13th in the nation. So those are very strong programs. Like Andrew said, NJIT is a very hands-on university. So all the project you guys saw, again, that's from a second-year student. So that means within 1 year, a student was able to learn enough so that they were actually able to design these monuments and actually have them built. So the way that also works is the students have to kind of come up with everything, and then the building will start. If the project were to fail because of it wasn't structurally sound, the student would actually end up failing that class. So the students do have to put in a lot of work for that, which is pretty cool. And then, when you get to see your final masterpiece come to life, that's instant gratification for students, and that kind of motivates them to kind of keep going on with their studies and kind of keep learning a lot more about their respective field.
The building you're looking at now is FMH, Dr. Memorial Hall, or as other students may know it as, the Microelectronics Center. For most engineering tech majors, that building is going to be your home for labs. The first floor, they just built up a brand new power distribution lab, and there is a class that engineering techs do take. It's called the Intro to Power Distribution. That lab is going to be down there. For every other lab, second and third floors, they are currently under renovation. Every lab has been gutted. They are putting in brand new workbenches, brand new working equipment. So again, that is for voltmeters, step-up motors, amp meters. The dark red brick building you're looking at is Campbell Hall. Inside of Campbell Hall, we have two very big departments, our EOP and our CCAPs. EOP is the Equal Opportunity Program, so that's a program that freshmen can apply for right out of high school. They get in, they come in over the summer, and they take a few classes. Usually it's like their first English, their first math, computer science, and maybe some electives. They take those over the summer. When they finish it, I think they get money.
There's a book stipend that you get for participating in the program, so that way you don't have to physically purchase your own books.
The program is the Center for Counseling and Psychological Services. NGIT does recognize that college can be daunting for some people. One person can walk in and be so overjoyed that they just got to college. Somebody else can walk inside and they'll be sitting down in the corner stressing that, oh my God, I made it to college. Can I handle this? CCABS does understand that. They do have very, very trained counselors there. So if you feel that you need the help, or if you just want to talk to somebody, you can always just stop by. They'll sit you down. Again, they know that college can be difficult on people, so they will give you fun and inventive ways on how to deal with that stress. So you can always go, if you're studying for a test, listen to music. If you're doing homework, listen to music. Do something fun to drop that stress level. We got CKB. This is CKB, also known as Central King Building. This used to be a high school that NJIT bought over and renovating the inside. Basement of CKB is where the math specifically and writing specifically tutoring has been moved. The third floor of this building is the biology department. The fourth floor is biology labs. Only get access to the fourth floor if you are a bio student or are in a bio lab. That is the only way you're getting up there, or if you're a professor. Throughout this entire building, we have things called breakout rooms, which are mini studying rooms. If you do want one, there's a front desk on the first floor. You go inside, again, bring 2 NJIT IDs, and give them a phone number for whoever has the IDs. The phone number is for When the room is up, they will send you a text. Your room is done. You guys can come out now, or they'll send somebody else to get the room. The interesting thing about the breakout rooms, there is no whiteboards for the sole purpose that when they redid the rooms, they painted the walls with a form of paint that when it dried, basically turned the wall into a whiteboard. So you can write on the walls, they are dry erase. You can even write on the windows. Not windows, I'm sorry, the glass on the front of the rooms. Again, it is dry erase.
All right, so this is the end of the virtual tour. Again, you guys got to see the majority of the NJIT campus. Like I said, it's a fairly small campus, so you guys will have more than enough opportunity to sort of explore. We do encourage you guys to arrive for orientation so that you can physically take a look at everything on campus and kind of have a better understanding of your surrounding. Orientation is usually a week before the semester starts. That'll give you more than enough time to get to know the different buildings on campus so that when you do start, you know exactly where you have to go and things of that nature. Again, the tour started in Fenster Hall and it's going to end in Fenster Hall. That's where university admissions is. Like I mentioned, I am your personal admissions counselor at NJIT. So if you guys have any questions, you could stop by the admissions hall. And as for me, my name again is Alberto. Thank you so much for attending this virtual tour. We did record the entire tour, so it is going to be uploaded. So if you weren't able to make it, you could definitely check out the virtual tour. And again, from Andrew.
Again, my name is Andrew. Student. I work in the office, so want to stop by, I'm always here. Stop by in and ask.
Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day.